Welcome to Live from Studio 69, featuring your boy, the legendary Robert Winden. And I'm back. I took a week off. Okay. I took a week off to recuperate because there was a little bit of thing called the election that I had to recuperate from because America gonna do what America gonna do. But that's not what I'm talking about this evening. Not what I'm gonna talk about this evening. This evening I got a lot of things going on. So let's just jump right into it. So I saw this. I was on Instagram, just scrolling, doing my thing, posting and stuff like that. I saw this young lady ask this question specifically, and I'm gonna answer her question, and I'm actually gonna tag her in it. She said, "Is it okay?" The initial question was, "Is it okay for a woman to have a F buddy?" It's a friend. It's a kid-friendly show. An F buddy or friends would benefit until she finds a mate. But I'm going to throw the men in there as well. So the question, is it okay for a woman slash man to have an F buddy or friends would benefit up until they find a mate? The legendary Robert Winding has an answer for this question, ma'am. And this is for all of you who watch my show and support it, and those who are new. Is it okay? Yeah, why not? I get I totally get it. If you're trying to be right, you want to be celibate up until you want to be a virgin until you find your mate, and then you can consummate that marriage with you and him not being touched or ravished by anyone. You guys can, and y'all can intertwine and bump uglies for the first time together. That's how it's supposed to be. Long time ago. We're talking about 2024. How many virgins that you know? Seriously, how many virgins do you know? Starting at the age of 15, how many virgins do you know? All the way up until my age. I can probably name the number of virgins that I personally know on one hand. That's it. So it's the fat chance of you actually meeting a woman or a man who has not given himself to the streets or herself to the streets or given themselves to another person is less than likely. There's people out here who are 16-year-olds with children. So it's less than likely. So is it okay for a woman specifically, based on what this young lady was asking, to have a friend with benefit up until she finds a mate? I'm gonna say for the clarity of her mind, she shouldn't. For the clarity of her mind and the sanctity of her body, for the sanctity of her person, she should not continue to have a sexual partner who's not going to be her mate or doesn't have any idea or doesn't even want to be her mate, just wants to continue, because that's what we're going to do, wants to continue to take advantage of that, or continue not to take an advantage, continue to devolve or divulge in that particular agreement. What man is not going to say, yeah, I don't want to have sex with you no more because you need to find your mate, and no man is going to say that. So it's going to be up to you for sure. So I think that it's the right idea is, and if you are really truly looking and seeking to find a mate, you need to go ahead and what Trigger say, for the last time, go for the last time, and let it go. So you can get your mind on the straight and narrow, because a lot of times sex can lead to feelings that aren't even real. So if you continue to have sex with your mate, you continue to have sex with this F buddy or this friends with benefit, and who knows what he's saying to you, or who knows what she's saying to you, and it can play on your mind. And if you're not allowing yourself emotionally to be open, you're not allowing yourself physically to be open to receiving your mate. to receiving your soulmate or to receiving the person that you want to be married. How can you? You're tied into sexually and emotionally into someone else. So you have to release that person. Men should do the exact same thing, but we don't. Men will have sex all the way up until the wedding date and get dressed, suited and booted, come running up in there, and we good because, again, for the 15,000th time, men look at sex differently than women do. We look at it as a physical activity. Maybe not these new dudes, though. Let me rewind that back. Maybe not these new dudes, but older gentlemen like myself, who've been around the block a few times, we don't look at sex the same way as women do. We do look at it as a physical activity that, hey, I can go ahead and do this and bump uglies, but my emotions and my heart ain't with this person. She was thick and I just wanted to hit, and that's what it was, and that's gone, but I'm really tied in over here. So I really think men need to go ahead and do the exact same thing. Cleanse your palate of that other person. Cleanse your mind of that other person. Allow yourself to feel and be for yourself before you actually try to tie in and lock in a relationship that can be a marriage. You gave your goodies away. You ain't got to continue to give your goodies away and then get in a relationship, and then now you're with somebody and that person who you didn't break it off with, that F buddy that you had or that friends with benefit, still think that they have access to you. Now it unspun your relationship with the person who you really can be with off into Never Land, because of the fact that you did not that tie off. Sex is a very powerful thing. It's a very powerful thing, especially if you're doing it right. If you're performing like you're supposed to be performing, sex is a very powerful thing. So if you, lady, if you, gentlemen, are out here and you want your mate, I think, and we know everybody got needs. We all got needs, but you got to cut that off. You got to cut that off so it does not interfere and it does not play into your actual new relationship that you want, the relationship that you want to be your forever relationship. Trust me on this. You got to cut it off. Live from Studio 69, it's your boy, the legendary Robert Winder. Please, if you're trying to have a healthy relationship, you cannot go into it with the F buddy or friends with benefit, because those people like to linger on, like that red stop it, like that red wine in your mom's white carpet. They don't want to go away. Live Studio 69. I stole that from Ray J. Come on back.